Oh yes, welcome back. It is Afternoon Express. You are with us here on S3. Zolanen is in the house.
Yeah.
What's better than that? Nothing.
It's all about celebrating here on Afternoon Express, and we're taking a deep dive into her Simply 7 colours. Now, you've got something super exciting, super cool, and super fresh.
Oh, yes.
I'm already loving what I'm seeing here because, I'll be honest, it's all about gym and eating these green things.
Well, here I've got all the green things for you. So we're making my rice and baby marrow or courgette fritters. They're great, obviously, as an addition to 7 colours, or you can have them for breakfast with a poached egg, or just have them as a snack. Maybe if people are starting to think about lunch boxes.
Yes.
Okay, should we get cooking?
Yes,
Let's get cooking. I'm going to sit. It's a masterclass for me. I'm sitting, taking mental notes.
Okay. Here, you're going to grate those baby marrows for me, and I'm going to assemble the rest of the fritters. So first up, you need some rice. So this is just, you know, regular long grain, or you could use short grain rice.
Yeah.
It's already cooked. It's cooled. Great for using leftovers as well. So if you have leftover rice, this is a great way to use it.
So could you use like a basmati rice or all the other types?
Jasmine, brown rice, jasmine rice, basmati, long grain, short grain, whatever rice you have on hand. And to that, all these green things that Tabby was talking about. So first, some spring onions. You could use regular onions if you want. Just chop them really fine because you want everything to sort of become one fritter at the end of it. So the finer you chop it, the easier it is going to be to mix.
And as you're actually speaking about fineness, I'm grating here. I don't know if I'm the only South African that does this. Please help me.
Show me.
I forever just use the one side of this grater. I don't even know what the other sides are for, to be fair. So is that okay that I'm using this side?
That's perfect because I like the texture. The finer one we usually use for Parmesan cheese.
Oh, like this side.
And then that little sort of floury one that gets caught on your clothes or on your...
I've never understood this side.
That one's great for nutmeg because, you know, nutmeg is really hard.
You enjoy cooking so much so, Zola, that you still cook every single day for your family, and it doesn't bother you?
Nope, love it.
You do it unprovoked, you do it from a place of love. It is your love language.
It is my love language. I really do cook every single day. Whether I'm cooking for clients, developing recipes, or just, you know, cooking a meal for loved ones. I absolutely love it.
Explain how you've become so good with the chopping.
I've had some practice.
And I mean, that's also what I always say. There's grace for every space. It's a reason why you're a whole Zolanene with so many accolades under your belt and so many accomplishments, because I believe you're just naturally gifted. I mean, the creativity with having to come up with all these different recipes is absolutely outstanding. I mean, you've already chopped up some greens there on that side.
Yes, so we've got some herbs going in here. So spring onion you saw, and then we've got some fresh herbs, dill, a bit of coriander and some chives. You can choose.
Picking it up. I'm picking it up.
Are you picking it up as you taste? Wonderful. Love that.
Coming through nicely.
Nicely.
I like that.
So chives basically a mild onion flavour as well, so adding or fortifying the flavour of the spring onions. Thank you. You can go in with your courgettes in there. I've seasoned with a bit of salt. I'm going to pop some pepper in as well. Season it to taste. Now, if you like spicy, you can add chili in here. You can add whatever sort of spicy flavours you like. You can add some cumin in here. That changes it, gives it a warmth. So you can play around with recipes. So here we've got some smooth cottage cheese, or you could use cream cheese as well. And if you want to use chunky, go right ahead as well. So this is the beginnings of our fritters, keeping them very plain, like I said. Especially if Tabby is going to be eating them after gym, you want to keep it clean.
I was going to say to you now, of course, you know, the agenda is a six-pack. It doesn't mean the indulgence has to be left outside their door. Why cheese? Why cheese specifically for this?
This particular cream cheese or cottage cheese?
Yeah, or any cheese at all.
I mean, I love the flavour of cheese. I think cheese is one of the most amazing things to eat and enjoy. So flavour. But also this works as a binder. This particular cottage cheese in this recipe works as a binder. I'm just going to add an egg, and always just a tip with the egg. Try to crack it into a separate bowl and then put it into your main ingredients.
Oh, why?
And if you ever get a shell, see, I got a shell in there, don't try to fish it with your fingers because your fingers are slippery and the egg is slippery.
It's not going to work.
Use the eggshell itself, just scoop it out really easily.
No, Anel Fritter taught me this, this hack. Even I know this one because during lockdown, that was my biggest skill that I took out of lockdown was I learned how to crack an egg. She made me do it over 2 episodes of Espresso. But this is an easy one to make pretty.
Absolutely. And always always adding color. Like this is obviously from the green chapter of 7 colors, but adding color to a plate already makes it really inviting and really exciting. And you know, this is actually a very healthy dish, but it doesn't skimp on flavor, and that's what's important. So you can still, you know, as the seasons change, you can still keep eating really well.
Yeah.
Just change it up a little bit.
Stunning. Okay, so it seems as if not only are we playing within this recipe, but we're also able to just basically use whatever we do have in our fridge, whatever leftovers there are, and throw it in this recipe. I see leeks coming in here. I see peas as well. I'm a peas girl.
And if you're not somebody who loves courgettes or baby marrows, grated carrots, beautiful. Beetroot, grated raw beetroot in this as a substitute, wonderful. Sweet corn, turn it into a sweet corn fritter. There are many ways that you can change something like this up. I'm frying these now, and you can see they're getting golden, so I'm just frying them in a little bit of olive oil. The secret to frying fritters like this is to, and the secret to frying most things, is to not move it around too much, because you don't, it's a very delicate fritter, so you don't want it to fall apart. So make sure that it forms the crust on the bottom. And now, then flip it.
Zola, during the ad break, you actually had asked, can I preheat this pan? How hot does it need to be to make sure that the fritter comes out as beautifully golden brown as you did?
I think temperature control is very important when you're cooking anything. Always go lower rather than higher. So here we've got a medium heat. I sort of heated it so that it came to temperature. Then turn it down and go slow, because there's nothing worse than burning something, especially if, you know, somebody's waiting, watching you cook.
Yeah, and it's starting to smell so nice, and now suddenly they can't have it anymore.
Exactly, you're like, jokes.
It's actually sounding like my kitchen. It's currently sounding like my kitchen there in Kenilworth.
It's giving Pali kitchen. So tell me, Zola, you mentioned olive oil. That's what you're using there.
Yes.
Can you use all the other oils, the other different types of oils, or would they be too high ratio of
No, I think I enjoy cooking with olive oil because that's just my go-to. Look, you learned something else. Smoking.
I am actually so impressed with
I see you. I see you and your kitchen knowledge. Love it. So olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, has a very low burning temperature. Or smoke temperature. So you can cook with it, but obviously you've got to moderate the heat. And actually, it's actually better to just use it as a raw product, just for flavor, etc. So you can use linseed oil, you can use canola oil, whatever oil you're most comfortable frying with, but you can absolutely use olive oil for frying, just don't burn it.
And if you do want to get your hands on this recipe, simply head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
Yep, and we want you to stay tuned for another delicious Simply 7 color dish. Zola 7's, Zola. Yeah, it's 7 colors, but it's not Zola 7. It's Zola, she's coming with the 7 colors because it packs chili, sesame, salmon with a mini rice salad. Zola 7.